This movie will show you how to use a sonar sensor to help your robot to avoid objects. If you're going to use your sonar, there are some things that will always need to be in your code. You will have to define your echo and trigger pins like this. You will have to create the variables duration and distance because they are in your sonar function. And you will need to put your sonar function above the setup section of your code like this. You won't need to type it out each time though, because you can just cut and paste it from a program that you've written before. You will also need to set the mode of the trigger and echo pins like this. Now we go down into the main loop of the program, where you can see there is no code. What we want the robot to do is to go forwards unless something is in the way, say closer than 20 centimeters. If something is in the way, we want it to turn a little and head off in a new direction. Before it can decide what to do, the robot needs to know if anything's in the way. So the first thing we're going to do is to read the sonar. So we type in read sonar. Reading the sonar will update the variable distance, which is the distance to some obstacle that reflected the sonar beam. So we base our next action on how big the distance is. We say, if distance is greater than 20 centimeters, move forwards. Then we write else, and we put in what to do if the distance is not greater than 20 centimeters. This will be to stop one motor for about half a second, which will cause the robot to face in a new direction. At this point we could tell the robot to move forwards again, but we don't really need to do that, because if we stop here, the program will jump back to the start of the loop again, and if there's nothing in the way, it will move forwards anyway. So, the program's finished. Well, actually it's not quite finished, because you can't just tell the robot to move forwards. You really need to replace that move forwards with the digital write commands that actually make the robot move forwards. They are probably digital write 8 high, digital write 9 low for one motor, and digital write 12 high, digital write 13 low for the other motor. So, now the program's finished. Well, actually it's still not quite finished, but at this stage you need to try it out and see how it works. You may find that you still need to define the pin modes for pins 8 and 9 and 12 and 13. And if you discover that the robot still does not behave as you expect it to, have a look at the next movie, which explains why a sonar sometimes gives a distance of 0 when there's nothing in front of it.